Good morning everyone, happy Sanity Sunday, and it really is feeling like Sanity Sunday today. It's just absolutely raving bonkers here in the UK, and I know that we are not alone in feeling the madness. It's always such a kind of respite really to gather with like-minded individuals every week to just kind of get grounded and have some coherent, intelligent discussion about things. So I hope you've had a good week. I was down south this week to say goodbye to a very beloved and dear friend in the freedom movement, Ron Green, who was 102 years old, and it was the most beautiful celebration of his life, a funeral. He passed away just a few days before Christmas, very peacefully, and I was thinking, you know, how often do we actually get to go to the funeral of somebody who has lived such a long and happy and fulfilling life, where someone has touched the lives of so many, and it just like so often we've got, especially now, you know, the sheer number of people dying, the manner in which they're dying. It was actually quite it felt quite special to actually be there, genuinely celebrating the life of someone where their life has come to its natural conclusion. So yeah, he'll be very much missed, and especially at the next protest, he was always very keen to be at whichever event was happening, even when he'd had health issues. Obviously being over 100, you know, he wasn't as strong and fit as he had been, and so, you know, it was really quite a strenuous, you know, an effort. And it was really only up until fairly recently, Ron would actually walk on these marches, and his motto was, "It's never too late," and he absolutely demonstrated that. And yeah, it's something that we can all take to heart. It is never too late. But yeah, he would absolutely be at the next protest. It's a really important one, this. For those of you in the UK, you will be very aware of the climate lockdowns. I'm not going to call them, you know, they're calling them 15-minute cities, trying to make it more acceptable, but this is what it is. It's what we were warning about from the start. You know, they were never ever going to be able to keep people locked down because of it's the flu, you know, viruses, whatever they want to call it. It was never going to be a long term thing, and so, you know, we were calling it from way back that obviously with this whole insane green agenda, the climate change claptrap, that this would be very integral, and so it's come to pass. And so I'll be very interested actually to hear from people who are outside of the UK if this is kind of taking hold where you are. It seems to be, from what I can gather, it's mostly Europe at the moment because Paris is on board. I'm not sure about other cities yet, but certainly in Britain, in England, it could be that this is like the real test site. But this is such an important thing that we all need to be standing up against, because it's absolutely integral to the Hunger Games society that they want to force us all to be living in. I mean, it literally is districts we're seeing. Districts being separated out, that you will not be able to leave without certain permissions, hence the 15-minute city tagline. They try and make it sound like it's this wonderful thing to save the environment, and it's this wonderful let's save the planet, let's all do this together. And of course we know it's absolute hogwash. They couldn't care less about the environment or saving anything but their own hides. And so we've got Oxford, which I'm quite glad to see. This seems to be getting out into the alternative media in lots of other countries, so it's not just focused on the UK. Everybody needs to be aware of this, but Oxford is the test site, and this is where they're really going for it. This has been pushed through with absolutely no consultation with the public, with the residents of Oxford. And so we're already seeing business owners have been talking about how they've just been absolutely kiboshed because the access to all of these roads, cut throughs, you name it, they're just literally blocked, and there's been no consultation whatsoever. And so this is being planned to be rolled out all across the British Isles. There's a list I posted. I'll see if I can post it under here later when I'm home. There is a list of 100 councils so far that have signed up to this thing, including my own council here, my council where I lived before in the south. They're already starting to implement these things. We are seeing roadblocks, and this is why my previous video talking about climate lockdowns was flagged as false information, because Oxford Council flatly denied that roadblocks were anything to do with this, and we're seeing them everywhere. I just saw a photo of them in Bath, in Somerset. We've got this enforcing of the it's the low traffic neighbourhoods, it's the ultra low emission zones, it's all these zonings, and everything is designed to corral people like cattle, to keep everybody in their specified areas, their districts, their zones, where everybody can be tracked and traced and monitored 24/7. If you want to leave your zone, part of this. Oh, I'm back. So the signal keeps going. They're probably trying to shut me up. So yes, I'm really hoping that as many people as possible from the UK will come to Oxford to make our opposition very, very loud and clear. It will be on February the 18th, Saturday, February the 18th. I'll be putting out more information as we get nearer the time. The precise location is to be confirmed, but Oxford City is not a big place really, and it will definitely make an impact, us being there. Obviously raising awareness. There's been a lot of work done there already to inform the residents, and there is thankfully a lot of opposition, but I think the thing to remember is, you know, we don't want to just wait until it's on our own doorstep. We want to nip this in the bud now. We want to uproot it before it can spread, because with things like this, when there isn't that initial uproar and major opposition, it's just the green light for them, and that's when we see these things spreading, and then it's like the Hydra's head. It's a lot more difficult to kind of deal with once it's taken root. So yeah, I really hope to see you in Oxford. We'll be talking a lot more about it in the run-up, but yeah, this keeps cutting out. Have a great stand. Hope you've had a great one otherwise, and I will speak to you very soon. Sending lots of love and take care. Peace.